all right. Says we are live. Let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live. You dig? All right, we got some nonsense to talk about today. Hopefully, I can get through the show without being interrupted. These contractors supposed to be coming over here, and they never give you the right time. Oh, we'll be over there shortly. Shortly was an hour ago, so I don't know. They might come while I'm doing the show, and I'm might have to go on mute for a second. But regardless, we got I woke up this morning, all right, and as I'm going through my normal routine or whatever, I checked a message that I had seen an alert on my email, right? And then usually the only people who email me is people who want Patreon requests, right? So that's why I assumed it was. But this guy, I don't even know who it is. I don't know if it's a ghost account or whatever. But judging by his name, I'm assuming, he's a hater who's been stalking me. But the dude says he sends me a link to a video, a YouTube video by Terence Crawford. Stephen F. Mack actually sent me some Terence Crawford stuff this morning too, which I don't know if that was true or not though, but whatever. So the guy sent me a message with a link, and he's laughing, a bunch of laughing faces, and he's like, "Ha, so you went all day yesterday without talking about this. Your black brother can't stay out of trouble, but you don't hear Canelo going through this type of stuff." So I'm like, what is this talking about? This dude's a Canelo fan sending me something. So, but I see the thumbnail had Bud in court, right? So I'm finna play what this dude sent me, right? And then we're gonna talk about it. Some little weirdo. All right, let's see here. Let me share my screen. And then I'm gonna go up and see what's happening to all y'all in the building. All right, here we go. Now listen to this listen to this nonsense. Look at how this guy from Omaha, a newscast, look at how he introduces this situation to Terence Crawford. This is how you know it don't matter where you from, bro. Racism is racism, bro. These men, they can't beat them in the ring, so they happy to get him outside the ring. Watch this.
Terence Crawford took a loss today outside the ring. Crawford.
What kind of nonsense is that to start off with? Terence Crawford took a loss today outside the ring. Man, these people die about.
Terence Crawford took a loss today outside the ring. Crawford was found guilty of careless driving for a traffic stop after a citywide celebration honoring him last September. First Alert 6 reporter John Chapman was in the courtroom today when for the first time we saw police footage from that night.
Omaha City prosecutor Michael Florence presented a cruiser cam video of Terence Crawford's car cruising through a 25-mile-per-hour Capital District speed zone at what Officer Mason Gregorich thought was a high rate of speed.
I'd estimate it approximately 50 miles an hour in that area.
Officer Gregorich testified there were people in the area and cars parked on the street when he pulled Crawford's car over. But Officer Gregorich also testified that he did not clock Crawford's car on radar. The defense attorney questioned how the officer determined how fast Crawford was driving.
So you just look at it and say, hey, I've been a cop for 6 years. I can say that's 45 to 55 miles an hour.
I would estimate it at that, yes.
Crawford's attorney also focused on what happened after the traffic stop, claiming the officer's reckless driving charge was only considered later in the event. The reckless charge later dropped to careless driving. The defense attorney had questions about the traffic stop itself.
The events that unfolded in that traffic stop need to be directly addressed by this court to determine whether bias or prejudice existed.
Defense attorney Joe Natz played video from the body cam of Officer Gregorich, showing the moment the officer noticed a gun under the...
All right, now watch this, y'all. When Terence Crawford, just watch this cop. I refuse to believe that this cop didn't know who Terence Crawford was. He in his hometown of Omaha. They just had a parade for this man. They just had a parade for Terence Crawford for beating Canelo. He's the talk of the town. I refuse to believe that this little young cop didn't know who Terence Crawford was. So watch this. Watch the interaction here. He couldn't wait to ooze his power at Bud.
The floorboard of the driver's seat.
Actually, step out of the car. Step out. Step out.
He pulled his weapon out on Bud. He know who Terence Crawford is. Pulled his weapon out because he wanted to have some bragging rights to his homeboy. Yeah, I pulled a weapon out on Crawford. Yeah, you should have seen him shaking in his boots.
Defense attorney Joe Natz played video from the body cam of Officer Gregorich, showing the moment the officer noticed a gun under the floorboard of the driver's seat.
Actually, step out of the car. Step out. Step out. Step out.
I got the seatbelt on.
Step out.
I got the seatbelt.
Okay, pop it off.
You
Step
point
out.
the gun at me.
Yeah, step out. Undo your seatbelt and step out.
Okay, so I'm stepping out.
Yep,
Seatbelt.
I'm watching you. Seatbelt and step out.
I'm opening the door.
Step out.
Open the door.
Step out. Do not reach for that gun.
I'm not reaching.
Step out.
What do you mean don't reach for the man got his hands in the air. Talking about don't reach for this is ridiculous, bro. I swear I hate these people, dog. I hate them, bro. They just had to try to humiliate this man and let him know you still an N-word. This all this was. I don't care what nobody say. All this was a demonstration of I got the power. It don't matter if you the champ. No matter how much money you got, I got the power.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
It's fine. Step out. Turn and face the car. Turn and face the car. Just cuff him up.
After all those things occurred, removed from the vehicle, pulled out a gunpoint, had guns pointed at his face. Okay. A decision was then made with his sergeant to ultimately cite my client.
That's not why we're here today. We're here on a single count of careless driving. It's up to the court whether or not that occurred.
What is the relevance to the charge that he's facing today, Mr. Natz? I don't know where you're going with this. I want to know what the relevance is.
The defense went on to say speeding and careless driving are different charges, and Crawford's actions were not a threat to person or property.
Now that's true. Speeding and careless driving are different, but the cop is going to give you. They're going to charge you with whatever they think is you know, they always trump up charges against black folks. You know what I'm saying? And now, mind you, this cop wasn't even using his radar gun. So if ain't no cars coming by, and then let's say Crawford come by doing the speed limit. Let's say he's doing 5 miles over the speed limit, whatever. You wouldn't know unless somebody was doing like crazy numbers, like 75 miles an hour. So you ain't going to know what somebody actually doing. And so this is ridiculous anyway.
Well, the question that was asked, are they different charges? Yes. When you go beyond that, trying to dive into it deeper, it does then become a legal conclusion. And it's up to me to decide whether or not what's happened today is careless driving.
The judge did decide and found Terence Crawford guilty of careless driving. In Omaha, I'm John Chapman, First Alert 6.
Crawford was sentenced to pay $75 fine plus court costs.
All that for a $75 court cost and fine. No, I'm gonna tell you what this was a demonstration of power, ladies and gentlemen. Had nothing to do with no reckless driving or whatever they was trying to say he did. Now, hold on, where's my had nothing to do with whatever they talking about. Shout out to the brother Andre Toppin in the super chat. Appreciate the love. He says, man, F the judge and the police chief and the prosecutor. They all a bunch of racist rednecks. Those cops violated Buzz. Right? Listen, man, we know what it is, bro. Okay, we know what time it is. At the end of the day, the man was driving. He coming from a parade where the whole city is celebrating him. He just left the mayor. The man just left the mayor, and the city is celebrating him for putting Omaha on the map and defeating, going up against the odds, defeating Canelo Alvarez when everybody thought it was too much for him. And then here comes some miserable cop, some guy who whole life peaked in the 11th grade. You know what I'm saying? Now he got to be a cop and flex his power. Well, that's Terence Crawford's car. Let me get behind him. I'm going to pretend like I don't know who he is. Then you see a gun. Like he got everybody in the car got a right to carry a weapon. So you see the weapon, then you pull your weapon out and point it at this man's head and say, get out the car, get out the car. He got his hands up. He's asking you every step of the way, okay, well, can I undo my seatbelt? Yeah. Don't you reach for that gun. Don't you reach for that gun. He was trying to psych himself up to pop Bud. I'm telling you, bro, this dude would want Bud to make one wrong move so he can pop him. That dude right there wanted some type of clout. He gonna get it from all his little racist homeboys. They're gonna be sitting around talking about this for years. Yeah, remember that time I put a gun on Terence Crawford? That's what they do. Shout out to everybody in the building. I didn't do my roll call today. I forgot. Shout out to everybody that's up in here. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. Family in the building. Get the likes all the way up, y'all. We need over 200 likes in the building. Black Jericho said, looked like the cop was waiting for him. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, this cop, I'm not saying Bud wasn't speeding, but this is a typical, you pull up, you know what I'm saying, and you say, okay, hey, man, oh, that's Bud, hey, man, congratulations, man, slow down, though, bro. I don't want you to get in no trouble out here, man, and let it go, let it ride. You ain't got to be searching them, pulling them out with a good, you know who that is, and you know what time it is. So this was some young punk of a cop who wanted to flex on Terence Crawford. That's all it is. He wanted bragging rights for him and his homeboys. He a failure in life. And this is what a lot of these dudes do when they become failures, when they peak in high school and they don't know what everybody expected them to do. Everybody else is going off to college and doing all this other stuff. And this dude like, oh, I don't know. I'm probably go work at the mill like my dad, see if my dad can give me a job at the mill. Oh, I don't know. Probably join the academy, going down and join the academy. My granddad was a cop, Like this is the conversation these dudes gotta have. Because they ain't got nothing. They got Terence Crawford to travel the world, put Omaha on the map, and this guy who ain't never gonna leave Omaha ever in his life. This is what he on. Nasty work. Shout out to 88 Sports Talking the Super Chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love, fam. Says it was a setup. How all of a sudden he's being followed for speeding after his event, right? And that's what I'm saying. And then that's what these cops be doing. It's just like it was like this one club out here, or a bar, I should say, a bar. It's a few bars actually downtown Milwaukee, right? The police will sit down like on the corners downtown Milwaukee, right? It will sit on the corners and they'll wait until they see like black folks, if they see like a group of black people in the car, more than two, driving, they ain't got nothing to do, they're gonna pull you over. Now they know you coming from the bar, so odds are you had something to drink, right? Now some people say, oh, you shouldn't be drinking and driving. Okay, well, everybody on that street, 90% of people on that street, white folk, black folks, Asians, Latino, 90% of them coming from the bar didn't have something to drink, but they pulled over the black folks. This is what I'm talking about, man. It's nonsense. The OG Mr. Mont is in that super chat showing love, much appreciation with the 5-piece salute. OG Mr. Mont says, how many of us have similar stories like this? I do. Absolutely. Me too. Me too, man. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Now, I've been pulled over and cops then gave me a pass. Just let me, you know what I'm saying? They may ask for your ID or whatever, and they let you go. You know what I'm saying? But for that cop to be acting the way he acted, it's because he was mad. He was mad. He probably was one of them dudes, what these dudes sitting around, what they celebrating this guy for? He's nothing. Oh, he's just a boxer, I put my life on the line. I'm a cop, I serve and protect. And this guy's getting the mayor's giving this guy keys to the city, and he's a boxer, he's not doing nothing for me. I'll get him. Okay, I'm gonna sit right here and wait for his car to drive by. I got him. I'll teach him. That's how these dudes be, man. I'm telling you, miserable. Straight miserable, man. Murray said, not a cop can say he stopped Bud Crawford. Absolutely. That's what the whole agenda was. He can say he stopped Bud, and he can mess with him. Him and his friends can get together and brag about it and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, man, they need to do some type of different psychological evaluation on the people who they allow to become police officers. You know what I'm saying? You got some good cops out there. You got cops who people who want to make a difference in their community and they actually want to serve and protect the people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a mass majority, I think, of people who want to become cops because they cowards in real life. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people who want to become cops because they got picked on in high school, they got bullied, or they feel like, a lot of them dudes go home and whoop on their girlfriends and wives. Look at the numbers. It's an ego thing, man. It's a power trip. A lot of people feel like that badge is their ultimate. You have to respect me. I got this uniform on. They feel like when they walk into a restaurant or anywhere with that uniform, you're supposed to be in fear. You're supposed to see them and say, give them the utmost respect. That's how they feel. And if they don't feel like you're giving them enough respect, they'll take their respect by force. You see what I'm saying? Long 33 in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation, fam. Says 12 pulled me over from 4 blocks away without radar. Said he was pacing me. Yeah. Yeah, it's nasty work, bro. I told you one time, me and my wife was driving, bro, and I knew we was gonna get pulled. I just knew. I know racist, man. We was driving right now. My wife didn't. It was real dark, so we had. I think we got off on the wrong street or something. We were going. My kids were spending the night by a relative house, right? And the relatives stay in like another city. They stay in Racine, right? So they ain't too far from here. That's like, on the highway, it's like, I guess, 30 minutes or something from here? 30 minutes, 25 minutes from Milwaukee to Racine. But what happened is, so my kids were spending the night by the relatives, but then they wanted to come home. This when they were little, how kids is. When they first they want to go somewhere, then they after they get done playing, now they want to sleep in their own bed. So I'm the type of parent where if my kids want to come home, they coming home. I'm not finna force them to stay nowhere because you never know what's really going on type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go get my baby. My baby asked me to get him. I don't care if it's 2 a.m. I'm getting up to go get him, right? So it's early in the morning. Me and my wife, we driving, and it was dark, so we took the wrong street or something, and we ended up on this back country highway road place, right? You know what I mean? What the hell? GPS and took us some weird spot. So now we driving, and we driving slow because we're trying to see it's no street lights on this road. We're like, man, should we turn around? So anyway, we driving, and we doing about maybe, I don't know. But the highway got about 40 miles an hour or whatever, right? Not the highway, but the street like 40 miles an hour that we was on. So we doing about 30. And I'm looking for street signs, and I see the police car coming. I mean, I seen it off in the cut to the right. So I seen it. We was like maybe 200 feet down. I see it. I told my wife, I say, hey, see the police right there. But we cool, right? So we driving, and the cop took one look at us, seen it was 2 black people driving in that neighborhood, got right behind us, turned on the lights, didn't run no plates, nothing. Listen to me, I promise you, bro. Soon as we passed and we wasn't speeding, the cop turned their lights on and came up, got behind us, right? So I'm sitting here like, what the heck? My wife was like, well, we didn't even do nothing. I said, we ain't have to do nothing. You know why they pulled us over? I said, but just be cool. So we pull over. Here comes some white woman. She say, can I see your driver's license, registration, whatever? So my wife, he irritated, like, well, we didn't even do nothing. I'm like, just chill. You know what? We did do something. We black. That's what we did. We black. Let's not play dumb and act like we don't know what we did. We was born black, and we in this neighborhood. That's what we did. Okay. So the cop takes my wife ID, right? Then asks me for my license, even though I ain't driving. Okay. We comply with all this nonsense. Cop come back after about 15 minutes. Give us the license. Oh, well, you tell my wife, well, your driver's license is suspended. Or not suspended. She said, your driver's license is expired, I should say. The license is expired. It expired yesterday. So my wife said, oh, okay, yeah, well, my birthday was yesterday, and I forgot to, go and get it done, but I'll go get it done, whatever. So she's like, yeah, well, yeah, blah, blah, you can't, I can't let you drive. Can you guys switch, and you can drive, tell me to drive. I'm like, yeah, I can drive, right? So this cop gave my wife a ticket for driving with an expired license, right? But that's not why she pulled us over. So of course my wife's like, well, why you pull us over? I kept telling her, shut up, forget it. You know why? You ain't never gonna get the answer you want. You know why they pull us over. So I was like, why you pull us over though? You didn't know my license was that. So why'd you pull us over? You pulled us over, blah blah. So I'm telling her, shut up. You know what I'm saying? We out here on the country road by ourselves, but this wood been popped us. You know what I'm saying? Talking about we was reaching for something. You know, be quiet. So the cop didn't say nothing, just smiled and walked off. So you guys have a nice day. This is life. And some people say, oh, well, technically you guys were in the wrong. This is how they think, right? And this is exactly why I don't be caring when they go through their little stuff. When in Minnesota, when ICE agents banged on Pippi Longstocking and them, I ain't got time. I ain't got no tears for that. Because every time something happened to one of us, y'all come out here with a bunch of excuses about listening and obeying the law. If you follow directions, this won't happen. So fine. What's up, beautiful brown sugar Tay? Shout out to Daryl Alexander in the super chat with the 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation. Said Vince McMahon. Oh yeah, I forgot all about him. Sure. Vince McMahon caused a crash while speeding and was given a lot more leniency. No standard DUI. Hey man, Vince McMahon didn't have no guns put in his face. And he was speeding, doing over 100. Vince McMahon didn't have no guns and put in his face. See, it's a respect thing. Mr. Rick, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the sisters, the women, they be like, no, this ain't right. Yeah, I know it ain't right, but we gotta get up out of here. The mission is to get home safely. Not to prove who's right and who's wrong. We know we right and we know they're wrong, but we in a situation that we can't win. Not right here. If we're gonna beat them, we gotta beat them in court. We can't win on this dirt road by ourselves. Not when they got a weapon and we out here by ourselves. No, absolutely, we can't win that. That's just ignorant. That's ignorant. But unfortunately, a lot of our people, you know, they try to win like that. No, man, no, I ain't did nothing. Man, and I know my rights, man. And I know, man, I'm not opening the car. I'm not getting out the car. All that kind of stuff. I'm telling you right now, your mission should be to get home safely, bro. Get home safely, because them people put you in the dirt and they make up all kind of stories on you. They'll put an ounce of dope on you. Talking about you were selling dope. All kind of mess, man. What's happening with a cheeseburger? Y'all get the likes all the way up. We need over 200 likes in the building. Like and share. So anyway, so the dude who sent me that mess this morning, he's happy, as if like. And see, let me say something, okay? This just applies to those of you who are racist, okay? If it don't apply to you, don't be offended by what I'm about to say. I don't know why some of you, like Latinos, that are racist against blacks, seem to think that you are in league with white folks or something. You're not. They don't like you. I mean, I don't. You voted for Trump. You bragged about voting for Trump. Now he got ICE out here kicking everybody out the country, and you mad. Oh, we gotta do something. But you voted for him. You're gonna get exactly what you voted for. Your hatred for black people is gonna get all y'all kicked up out of here. And you ain't gonna catch me crying for you either. These people don't like you. I don't know why. Like, just because you got more Spaniard in you than Native American, don't mean that they can't tell the difference. They don't like you. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, how much I hate Mayates you say, they still don't like you. It's ridiculous. All these people out here bragging about how they voted for Trump, and yeah, in huge numbers, you vote for Trump. The man that told you all this stuff he's gonna do, he get in the White House and do it, and now you crying. But no, I thought he was just gonna get rid of the illegals. I've been here for 3 generations. Well, he don't care. He don't care. He said, you ain't me and my people, so you up out of here. He said, you from one of them what do you call them, piece of trash countries? What Trump said? Then he's the man that Trump that came here and say, we're gonna change it from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. He ain't messing with you. He ain't messing with you. The man ain't messing with you. So I don't know why you think y'all doing something special. It's ridiculous. What's happening with a drink? Nipsey say, misplaced, misspelled. I didn't see what you said, fam. So yeah, man, this is some sad business. Nasty work. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I wake up in the morning. This dude has sent me some mess, laughing. Like I'm thinking something bad that happened with Crawford. Now this was bad, but like you acting like this is a victory for you or something. Like, bro, Canelo still got beat up. Well, I don't understand this. He got beat up, dude, by a little dude. Terence Crawford moved all the way up in weight and beat the brakes off of your boy. And you so angry, so mad that you looking for any type of victory anywhere you can find one. It's pathetic, fam. You can't make this up. Todd French, 600 in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love and much appreciation, fam. Says the charge for Bud is ridiculous. You didn't radar him, but still charge him with the charge. Absolutely absurd. My criminal justice degree says ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, fam. Drink, you didn't hear? I'm finna play this again for Drink. Yeah, listen to this nonsense, right? This what a Canelo fan sent me this morning, Drink. I'm finna play it again for you. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go back to my thing real quick. All right, let me go back to YouTube. Let's see. Wow. I see Boxing Ego video title, man. Nasty work, fam. Nasty work. Unbelievable. As soon as I type in Terence Crawford on YouTube, this is nasty work. Okay, I'm finna get it right here. All right, let me share my screen. All right, I'm going to play this again for y'all.
Terence Crawford took a loss today outside the ring. Crawford.
The first racist statement. Tell me you've been waiting on me to get in trouble or to lose in the ring. Tell me without telling me. Terence Crawford took a loss today outside the ring.
Terence Crawford took a loss today outside the ring. Crawford was found guilty of careless driving for a traffic stop after a citywide celebration honoring him last September. First Alert 6 reporter John Chapman was in the courtroom today when, for the first time, we saw police footage from that night.
Omaha City prosecutor Michael Florence presented a cruiser cam video of Terence Crawford's car cruising through a 25-mile-per-hour Capital District.
Now, mind you, Terence Crawford is leaving an event, a parade where the mayor was there for him. This cop just so happened to be posted waiting for his car to pass, but whatever, fine.
Speed zone at what Officer Mason Gregorich thought was a high rate of speed.
I'd estimate it approximately 50 miles an hour in that area.
Officer Gregorich testified there
He looked like he come from a long line of people that lynch black folk.
were people in the area and cars parked on the street when he pulled Crawford's car over. But Officer Gregorich also testified that he did not clock Crawford's car on radar. The defense attorney questioned how the officer determined how fast Crawford was
He didn't clock Terence Crawford's car on radar, but his white eyes know better.
driving.
So you just look at it and say, hey, I've been a cop for 6 years, I can say that's 45 to 55 miles an hour.
I would estimate it at that, yes.
Crawford's attorney also focused on what happened after the traffic stop, claiming the officer's reckless driving charge was only considered later in the event. The reckless charge later dropped to careless driving. The defense attorney had questions about the traffic stop itself.
The events that unfolded in that traffic stop need to be directly addressed by this court to determine whether bias or prejudice existed.
Defense attorney Joe Natz played video from the body cam of Officer Gregorich, showing the moment the officer noticed a gun under the floorboard of the driver's seat.
Actually, step out of the car. Step out. Step out. Step out.
I got the seatbelt on.
Step out.
I got the seatbelt.
This man, he know. First of all, like I said, this cop knows exactly who Terence Crawford is. He's the talk of the town. The mayor, the city, has a parade honoring him for defeating Canelo Alvarez. Everybody in the city knows who Terence Crawford is. This cop knows who he is. Everybody knows. The problem is this cop was mad that Terence Crawford, who is this ninja? Oh, we got to come out here and we got to do all this protection for this ninja. And we got to do what the city shutting down for this guy. So now he sees Bud driving, pull him over. And let's just say Bud was speeding. So what? Okay, fine. You were speeding. Now this guy come over. He sees it's Terence Crawford. Instead of him saying, oh, it's your day, man. But hey, I know you're happy and excited, but just slow it down for me, man. All right, champ. We love you, man. Instead of being a real person, this guy pulls a gun in Terence Crawford's face. Power, ladies and gentlemen. This is about power.
Pop it off.
You
Step
point
out.
the gun at me.
Yeah, step out. Undo your seatbelt and step out.
Okay, so I'm stepping out.
Yep,
Seatbelt.
I'm watching you. Seatbelt and step out.
I'm opening the door.
Step
Open
out.
the door.
Step out. Do not reach for that gun.
I'm not reaching.
Step out.
How the hell you gonna tell somebody don't reach for the gun? See, this how I know he was trying to work up the nerve. He was playing it over in his mind. Man, can I get away with popping him? If I pop him, I'd be a legend amongst the supremacist community. He's trying to hype himself up to do it.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
It's fine. Step out. Turn and face the car. Turn and face the car. Just cuff him up.
After all those things occurred, removed from the vehicle, pulled out at gunpoint, had guns pointed at his face. Okay? A decision was then made with his sergeant to ultimately cite my client.
That's not why we're here today. We're here on a single count of careless driving. It's up to the court whether or not that occurred.
What is the relevance to the charge that he's facing today, Mr. Natz? I don't know where you're going with this. I want to know what the relevance is.
The defense went on to say speeding and careless driving are different charges, and Crawford's actions were not a threat to person or property.
Well, the question that was asked, are they different charges? Yes. When you go beyond that, trying to dive into it deeper, it does then become a legal conclusion, and it's up to me to decide whether or not what's happened today is careless driving.
I'll tell you right now, from my personal experience, maybe y'all got a different story than me, but from my personal experience, I've never in my life seen a judge go against a white cop for a black person. I've never seen it. Maybe it has happened somewhere in the world, but me, I've never seen a white judge go against a white police officer. Matter of fact, in my trial, the judge literally told me to my face in open court. Okay? She said to me, because this is what happened, right? Just a quick story, right? The cop lied and said, right, because I had two different charges, right? So one of them was a weed case and one of them was, of course, the shooting case, right? So in the weed case, the cop, this is when they're trying to determine, this is like the preliminary hearings and all that kind of stuff, when they're trying to determine what they actually going to get away with charging you with and all that kind of stuff. So the cop says, that he saw me throwing, when he pulled up to my address, he saw me throwing weed plants out the window, which is ridiculous. This Mark ain't seen me do nothing, bro. Them plants been out. I threw them plants out the window a long time ago, right? Which is stupid. I should have just got rid of them a whole nother way. But I threw them out the window a long time ago. But the cop, in order to really get the case to stick to me, he said he saw me throwing them out the window when he arrived on the scene, which is ridiculous, right? So I told the judge he lying. I flat told the judge, I said, Judge, listen, those were my plants. Absolutely, they was my plans. But this dude is lying. He didn't see me throw nothing out the window. I threw them things out the window at 11 o'clock at night. He didn't show up to 8 in the morning. He didn't see me doing nothing out the window. So I'm just stating for the record, he's a liar. The judge looked at me right in my face after I admitted they was mine. She said, well, I find the officer to be more credible than you. Look, wow. Diabolical.
The judge did decide and found Terence Crawford guilty of careless driving. In Omaha, I'm John Chapman, First Alert 6.
Crawford was sentenced to pay $75 fine plus court costs.
Ooh, what a victory for y'all. Bud got to pay $75. Y'all got him. Lord have mercy, y'all got him. Let me see here. Let me try to fix this thing. I'm trying to fix this. I don't know why my screen is doing this. Every time I let me see something. It's like every time I go share my screen, it gets smaller for some reason. Let me see here. This is ridiculous, man. I don't know why StreamYard doing this stupid mess, man. Lord have mercy. Let me see if I can fix it this way. All right, but anyway, y'all get the point, man. So that's what happened, and like I said, the little goofy dude, Canelo fan, sent that to me this morning, laughing and bragging as if that was a victory or something for him, right? And the sad part is Terence Crawford could have lost his life in that situation. He could have lost his life, and on a day that was made by the city to celebrate him, to honor him, he could have lost his life from some reckless cop. Pulling out his weapon, putting it in somebody's face is absolutely ridiculous. Especially when you know who it is. Especially when you know it's Terence Crawford. And you know where he's coming from, and you know the city's honoring him, and you're going to pretend like you don't know. Nasty work, man. I don't care who he is. He's a ninja, and he's got a weapon. Nipsey, appreciate that. Yeah, Bud got word to pay a $75 fine, and these people run around here bragging. Ty French 600 in the super chat, appreciate the love. He says this is an illegal Terry stop as well. Ridiculous. What's up with it? Shade Girl 85, Corner Girl, what it do? St. Louis makes that cops got a weird obsession with pointing their gun in Bud's face. Yeah, they do. It's because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Only we can fully understand this. Only us, okay? And I don't care if other people is offended by it. We are the only ones who can fully understand what America is like, okay? All the way back to Jack Johnson, bro. All right. When it comes to anytime a black man is considered the baddest man on the planet, or you're strong, you're tough, you're mass. See, the heavyweight champion was like considered the epitome of masculinity, right? Like you are the alpha male if you're the heavyweight champion of the world. That's how it was, right? If you were a champion in general, a boxing champion, a UFC champion, right? But in combat, you are the man, right? So when Jack Johnson won the heavyweight championship and beat the Pink Man, right? What happened is they went on regular white folk went out into the community and lynched black folks. Look it up, lynched black folks, terrorized the black community. Oh, you still a ninja? You still that's because they even banned the footage from being shown. Started erasing from history, so couldn't nobody see it. They hated Jack Johnson. You know, Jack Johnson, he used to irritate him. He run around with their women. He smashing the gas on their women, right? He had him a little 304, and he was running around with him. Jack Johnson running around with gold teeth, white women just acting a fool, right? Speed, you know what I'm saying? They did. That's how they was. So they hated him, and they made him suffer for it. All with you got Joe Louis. They tell Joe Louis, you got to be the anti-Jack Johnson. We need you to smile when there ain't nothing funny. We need you to never celebrate after beating a white man. We need you to be humble. We need you to join the military. We need you to do kiss, bend over, kiss out behind. And we need you to talk crazy about Muhammad Ali too. You know what I'm saying? We need you to do all that, boy. And we need you to take a percentage of your purse and give it to this white man forever. Then we're going to put you in the casino and greet people for the mob. That's what we're going to do for you, Joe. All the way up to Mike Tyson. Right? He didn't got locked up for grape. Right? Mike Tyson, they so scared of him, terrorized. Then they love him. They got him high. Now he got his own weed brand. He twerking and all this type of stuff. They love Mike. Oh, look at Mike Tyson. He's so gentle. So gentle. But before, when he was knocking people out, you know what I'm saying? Put him in a straitjacket. He's crazy. He's an animal. And look what they did to our brother Deontay Wilder. What they tried to do to him. Right? Baddest man on the planet. To this day. Right? A man who supposed to have been uplifted. Everybody in America should have got behind the American heavyweight champion of the world. Oh, the Klitschko era is so boring. Oh, heavyweight era is boring. The Klitschkos, they're so boring. And here comes Deontay Wilder, right? Knocking people out. Everything y'all say y'all been waiting on, but no. I don't like this. No, I don't like this, ninja. Y'all root for Tyson Fury. Y'all rooted for Tyson Fury to cheat the brother, right? Then y'all make fun of him and laugh at him when he go through his trials and tribulations as if you ain't got none. As if you ain't going through no trial and tribulation behind closed doors. Some of y'all got some nerve to be coming on this joke and talking about Deontay Wilder. Some of y'all ain't seen y'all kids in forever. Some of y'all marriage on the rocks. Some of y'all got the easy does it. You know what I'm saying? You got all kind of herpes simplex 10 or whatever y'all call it. Y'all got all kind of stuff. And you on here talking about some, oh yeah, man, see, I'll tell you, man, these brothers don't know nothing about relationships. Let me tell you something. Man, you ain't had no girlfriend all through middle school, all through high school. And you had one half a girlfriend in college. But now you can put on the suit and sit on the internet and talk about Deontay Wilder and his relationship. Like you know something about relationships. Man, shut up. But anyway, the point is, this is what they do to all our greats, bro. To all any of our greats, they try to destroy them, and it's always going to be somebody who want to see them fail, and make them feel strong, make them feel good to see this big. Go back to slavery. It's buck breaking, right? You take the biggest, strongest buck on the plantation, right? He can lift all these big old bales of cotton. He can lift all the bales of hay. He can do the work of 3 or 4 slaves, right? Massa brag about him. Look at my boy here. This is my boy Henry. This nigga Henry. Let me tell you something, boy. Henry's a strong nigga. And Henry, he don't know no better. Henry happy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I sure he's strong. The rest of the slaves looking at Henry, man, Henry's so strong. Hey, man. Hey, Master love Henry, right? Then one day, for some unknown reason, Henry feeling good about himself. Massa just don't like the smile on Henry's face for no reason. You didn't praise Henry for all his strength. Now you just don't. You think Henry a little too uppity, feeling too good about himself. I want all y'all slaves to come on out here. Come on out here. I got something to tell everybody. Come on out here. Henry, how you feel? You feel good about yourself today? Go get the whip, boy. Massa, what I do? You think you're somebody and you ain't. You ain't shit, Henry. And just beat the mess out of Henry. This big buck, beating him down to nothing in front of everybody. Everybody crying. Don't nobody know why. And the master say, don't ever think you somebody. You still ain't shit. You a nigga. Now Henry got it. All the people that looked up to Henry and thought, all the little kids thought Henry was so strong, and you know what I'm saying? Now they see Henry in tears and he bloody. That's how you break somebody. See, and that's what they tried to do to Deontay Wilder. That's what they try to do to all our guys, man. That's what they do. That's right, Will. That's what they tell them. Know your place. It's disgusting. Ace Thunder in the super chat. Appreciate the love. He says Larry Merchant literally called Mike Tyson satisfyingly non-masculine after a loss. He says it's weird how they feel so inferior to us. Yeah, man, it's sick, bro. It's sick. Oh yeah, Andrew Toppin, Muhammad Ali, of course, the great Muhammad Ali. You see how they did him? They couldn't stand Muhammad Ali, man. They couldn't stand him. You know, Muhammad Ali, he was so confident in himself, man. And you know, you ain't never heard a brother talk like Muhammad Ali. I'm so pretty. I'm the greatest. I'm this and that. Everything we wasn't supposed to do, he was doing, right? And they just wanted so desperately to knock that smile off his face, right? They wanted to just humiliate him and all this type of stuff, man. And you know, all the stuff they did to him with the draft and all of that, man, trying to make him join the military. And when he refused to go, I always love Muhammad Ali, and that's why there'll never be another nobody greater than Muhammad Ali to me. They'll never, because Muhammad Ali is not just what he did in boxing, what he stood for outside of boxing. And this is why I get irritated by these youngsters like Shakur Stevenson who don't know their history. It's like, bro, stop. I understand you a great boxer, but shut up, bro. Just stop talking if you ain't gonna do. I don't know how you can be a boxer and not study the all-time greats in boxing. Like the last fighter that I can recall that studied boxing thoroughly was Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson came up with Custom Model. And Custom Model, him and Mike Tyson sit down and watch old fights over and over and over and over and over again, watching all the old-time greats and just watching it. And Mike Tyson loved that, right? And Emmanuel Stewart used to do that with a lot of his fighters. But now them old teachers are gone. So you got guys like Shakur Stevenson talking about Tyson Fury, he better than Muhammad Ali. That's to me, that's like some of the most treasonous. I don't know what's the word for that. What is that? Like, get Shakur Stevenson out of here. Just get him out. Like, some stuff got to be sacred to us that's off limits. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I say Muhammad Ali is off limits. He has earned his spot. Ain't nobody finna be better than him. You can put somebody else on top of the mountain with him, but he ain't moving from that spot ever. He's there. And in my opinion, he's there. And that's what be irritating me with sports conversations on the internet, because we act like we got to take one black person off of the list to add somebody else. No, we don't. Who said that? No, we don't. In my opinion, Michael Jordan is the greatest NBA basketball player of all time. That's my opinion. He's up there. He's on the Mount Rushmore. So now, if you want to put LeBron up there, fine. But you ain't finna remove Michael Jordan to put LeBron up there. Not finna happen. No. Not finna happen. Let me see what we got here. The brother K Mac, the homie in the super chat. Appreciate the love, fam. He says they hate us even more when we take their women. Man, I don't trust them bras, man. Yeah, they hate you for it, but I don't trust them bras either. You say Brian Number Jr. Is a student of the game. Yeah, I like Brian Number Jr. I like him. He's a well-spoken young brother. And I can tell he put a lot of thought into how he move. I respect him. He put a lot of thought into how he move and the things he say. And he don't want to be tied into no nonsense, so I can respect him. But yeah, like you say, Drink, a lot of these young guys, they take it, I don't watch a fight. But do you know where they get that from? All of them got that from Floyd. They got that from Floyd. Floyd was the first one I heard bragging about. I don't watch it. I don't watch him. I let my dad watch it. Look. I don't watch the fights. I don't have to. These fighters, all the fighters are the same. Look. I figure a fight out. I figure them out in 3 rounds. I don't need to watch it. So everybody start doing that mess. Like when Biggie, right? When Biggie and Jay-Z say they don't write their rhymes, they do write their rhymes. In their mind, they do, right? So Jay-Z and Biggie, just say Jay-Z for a minute. Jay-Z's so talented. Jay-Z can listen to the beat. He can listen to it 10 times. He's writing a song in his mind. Some people, like myself, if I was going to do it, I would have to write it on paper. Okay, boom. 4 bars, okay? Think about something else, 4 bars. Then you repeat it to yourself, see how you like it. And then, you tweak it or whatever. Jay-Z is doing all this in his head. So when people say Jay-Z don't write his lyrics, he don't write no lyrics down. Okay, that's dope. He can, but he's still memorizing it in his head. He ain't just freestyling it. You know what I'm saying? And I think people misunderstand that. They think because you don't write it down that you just freestyling. No, he's memorizing it in his head. Let's see here. Ty French 600 in Super Chapter 2 piece. Appreciate the love. He says, the word. He said the word for it, General, is the douchebaggery. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Absolutely. Here we are talking about boxing, good boxing, and look at this guy. Leave it to a virgin. Leave it to the virgin. I tried to tell you about Giannis. I tried to tell you. Here he is. This man ain't got nothing to offer this conversation. See what I'm saying? I tried to tell you about Giannis. Come on, bring out the virgin jokes. Tried to tell you. See, this is, you know what Ye will be doing? This type of stuff he do. If it's 4 of us, if it's me, Cadillac Red, Stephen L. the Mac, right, and Abel, and we all sitting down at the table and we got 4 chicks, right? And the chicks is showing us their breasts and playing with them and like, yeah, let's go back to Abel gonna say something else like this. When the girls say, let's go back to the hotel room, Abel gonna be like, so what do you girls think Giannis Antetokounmpo is gonna do? You think he's gonna stay in Milwaukee? Because I've been trying to tell 78. I've been trying to tell him, like, Giannis is gonna leave. She's like, what's wrong with your friend? Is he okay? No, he, yeah, that's that's my little cousin. He ain't all the air. He ain't all the way there. She's like, I think this would be nice to him. She doesn't have to be nice to me because I'm gonna tell you something. You stink hoe. I'm gonna tell you something. Giannis Antetokounmpo is gonna leave Milwaukee, and 78's gonna be crying. 78's gonna. I'm like, look, man. This is my advice to you. When you come out here for the meet and greet, don't say nothing to the girls. Just let me take care of it. I'm gonna get the girl, and I'm gonna tell her what to do to you. Abel, don't talk yourself out the coochie. Just be quiet and shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, Abel. I'm telling you, man. I already gave the girl instructions. I said, look, you're a virgin. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what he's doing, so you're going to have to take charge. So, Abel, do not mess it. If you mess this up, Abel, I'm going to talk about it. All you got to do is, matter of fact, I'm going to tell her to handcuff you so you won't mess it up. Nah, because you probably called. You're going to end up screaming and, get off of me. It was this weird feeling. I had this weird feeling. It started feeling too good, and then I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think she was trying to get pregnant. I don't know. She was just on top of me, and she was thrusting, and I couldn't stop, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, Ken. I'm sorry, 78. I had to scream, and that's why the police came, because I was screaming and so loud in the hotel, and I don't know. She wouldn't stop. You're going to have to get supervised. We're going to have to get supervised, man. You're going to have somebody got to be watching. Not none of the brothers. We're going to have to see if one of the sisters could go in there and just supervise you, man, and make sure you all right, man. Cause I got a bad feeling you're gonna do something crazy, man. For real. Abel gonna mess up. He gonna mess up his first piece of cooch. I'm telling you. Hopefully you pull a Forrest Gump and Jenny. As soon as she touches you, or like he got game. Remember he got game when Denzel was sitting in the bed. Abel gonna pull a Jenny. Jenny. And boy, it was something else, man. What's up, Blue? My brother Blue in the building. Shout out to my brother Ack in the building. Brother Ack Reach in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation. Ack, salute to your homie. Yeah, but anyway. Y'all get it, man. Y'all see what happened with Terence Crawford today. So it ain't nothing. It's a $75 fine. But at the end of the day, it was a dangerous situation that could have led to him being severely hurt or killed. And that's what bothers me the most about the situation, is that he could have lost his life over nothing, some jealous cop. See what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute, though. Smash that like button, share the video, man. 78 Sports TV, salute to the mic. LDBC. I'm about to hit though. Deuces.